Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Markets After Dark, where we get mad on the charts. I am Lunar Beaches Crypto, and I am still a little under the weather. But that's okay. We're just gonna have a chill stream tonight. Should be a lot of fun. Pretty chill. Let's see. Where's pop out chat? I need to get the chat up. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, I kind of rushed everything a little bit. Oh, look at that. Lunar Beaches Crypto is also live. Oh, wait, that's me. All right, let's see. Let's get the chat up here. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? Let's see. And there we go. Where are you? I cannot see you. Well, YouTube, pop-up chat, CoinGlass, pop-up chat. There it goes. Hey, what's going on? There you are. There you are. All right, what's going on, everybody? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the chat. Who do we have tonight? We have, of course, Crypto Mar. What is going on? Crypto Mar, good evening. Good evening, Army Piper. Good evening, RS Miller. Oh, Alexandra G, the mod queen, is in the house. What is going on? How are you doing? Hopefully you've had an amazing day. Dustin Singer, Indie Rock Crypto, Alpha Darkets. Sure, whatever that means. And I think that is it for now. Mad. Yeah, we're going mad in the charts. Just let you know, great YouTube shows. You have really enjoyed them. I'm ex-Navy, so thank you for your service. Oh, thank you for your service, RS Miller. Definitely 100% appreciate you and thank you for your service. Absolutely. All right, guys. Bitcoin is a bouncing. We getting a little bit of a bounce ski. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. I hope you're feeling better, David. Thank you, Alexander G. Um, yeah, I'm a lot stuffier today than I was yesterday. Yesterday was real runny. Today it's real stuffy. But actually, at this current moment, I've got this nostril that's stuffy and this one that's kind of runny. So, oh man, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. We'll get through it. We'll get past it. We'll be okay. Also, guys, tomorrow morning there's no morning market report. However, BC Port Corp and myself will be going live right here on Piper Academy Network at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10 to 11. So check that out. And then I will probably be right back here tomorrow evening for a Turkey Day TA special. All right. I think that music is still playing in the background. You are welcome. Lunar Beach Crypto goes back and forth each day on the stuffiness. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's see. All right. Stop the music. Stop the music. Go back. Get my other music on here for the outro. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into the charts. Let's see what we're seeing. Looking like I got a little bit of a lag. All right, guys. Bitcoin. We've had a little bit of a dipsy do, but since the last night, yep, since last night we have seen a nice little move to the upside. We've seen, let's see, let's get out the old price meter here. We saw a nice 7% move, about a $6,400 move. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, the thing that I am watching, if we go over here to the 4-hour You can see I have it drawn up, self-drawn, but the chart prime coming in clutch, putting in that fair value gap right there at the 93.8 to 95.1 level. So we have a little fair value gap there. If I turn the chart prime off, we can see I've got the box drawn up there. The midpoint is what I like to focus on, but we didn't even touch it, which is kind of telling me that this might be a nice little bounce here, nice little bullish bounce. We just got this 4-hour close. It was a nice indecision candle, but that to me can say, all right, so we tried to push down, but we came back up, and I believe this candle closed green. Let's turn this off. Nope, it actually closed red, so that's okay. That's okay, because we opened up here, spiked up, pushed down. Let's actually go down to the 15-minute. See, let's see. Yeah, so we came up, pushed down, and now we're getting a bounce off of that 4-hour fair value gap. I wouldn't want to see a 15-minute candle close below this fair value gap. Let me go to live chat. Martial Law, hello, hello. I don't see a Marshall. Oh, there it is. Sup, folks? Yeah, what's going on? Looks like a textbook throwback. We bully. Yeah, it does look like a textbook throwback, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and zoom back out and talk about what you're talking about, because this looks like a textbook breakout, throwback, back test, and then off and away we go. This does kind of look pretty impulsive as well, so I'm definitely watching to see if we could come back up and break this high at 97.3. I think it is more likely than not that we see continuation. Nice little push back up here, pull back down into the 4-hour fair value gap, get a bounce for a third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, possibly getting up to 104, 105, 105, possibly getting up to the 105 level. I do have a trend-based fib level at about 104, little over 104, and a macro fib also at 102. So all within this range right here is where I would expect price to go. We could see that 100K coming in as early as tomorrow if we are to maintain the same trajectory. If I go ahead and pull a trend line here, if we maintain that same trajectory, we could be breaking 100K on Thanksgiving Day in the United States. We hit 111, 111 by Christmas. Why not? 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. Think about it. Think about it. And if you squish them all together, it's like 3 B's. Better Business Bureau. They run the world. Like 8 is Dave Digital's. Dave Digital, where have you been, man? I haven't really been seeing you in any chats lately. Hope you're doing well, Dave. I've been seeing your updates on your workouts on the X. Very, very awesome to see those every single week. The Dave Digital putting in that work. 66666. Let's not do that, R.S. Miller. Solida upgraded with no issues. What? Oh, J Violet. Hey, hope you're doing well after the surgery. I believe you had surgery today. Hope you're doing well and resting up and getting better. Appreciate you being here. Keeping you in my thoughts. We'll be good. You'll be good. So we're getting a bounce. We got a nice little back. Getting a bounce. We'll see if it'll maintain. If it does, I expect to break that 100K. We do have resistance levels up here. We can see when I turn on the dynamic market dynamics pro plus, we can see we have a uh, excuse me, we have a liquidity level here sitting right at the 886 at about $98,661. So we'll see if this comes up here and doesn't just turn into an ABC to the upside, only to turn around and do an ABC to the downside. That is something I could definitely see, but let's hope we don't get that. We want to, I think we want to break 100K tomorrow. But I could see an argument for this being a corrective move, us getting another corrective move, maybe even break that 100K briefly. And then I'm still maintaining that I think we're going to break 100K and then we're going to get the big correction. I don't know that we're going to get the big correction prior to the 100K, but we'll see. We are pushing to the upside on our trend fusion. This is on the 4-hour. We are also above the zero line on our money flow. And if I come in here and I double click, let's see, zoom in. The true 7 is above the zero line as well. The volume matrix is still pretty thick in the red. So just need this to flip green. Where is my market oracle plug? There it is. So I think they updated this and I haven't checked it out just yet. So let's turn off the trend gradient. Let's turn on the dynamic reactor. Let's turn on the quantum reactor. Check out Chart Prime, link in the description down below, 45% off of your first month. I think they have Black Friday deals going on as well, so check that out. If you are a bear, turn the chart upside down and you will be more happy. How you feeling? Junior Block, what is going on? If you're asking me how I'm feeling, better-ish. This morning, I felt like I got hit by a ton of bricks. But chilling out, not working, didn't go to work today, chilling out, resting, drinking fluids, feeling better. Still not 100%, but feeling better. Volatility matrix. What is this? This is new. Hold on. Let's see what this means. Where is volatility matrix? It's got a nice name. What does it mean? Red hot? Being super slow. Come on now. Man, I'm so ready to get a new computer or get a new CPU. So I'm gonna have to check this out. I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm gonna have to go to OC Guy and see what's going on with this, what this volatility matrix is. I think this is what this is. That's what this is. Let's turn it off and see. Let's turn it off. Does that go away? Yep. Okay, so we got the volatility matrix. All right. So I definitely want to check that out. So it's saying super fire. Super fire. So I'm excited to see what that is. Get it in place and then turn it on and off to find it. Yeah. So that's what I think that is. All right, cool. So I'll have to check that out, see what the volatility matrix is. 88.86%. I'm going to assume that's something to do with the volume, even though it's volatility. I don't know. Maybe it means upside volatility. Very interesting. I'll have to check that out later. So that's new. That's cool. That's another new thing. So we're sitting above the dynamic reactor on the 4 hour. We're sitting above the quantum reactor on the 4 hour. We're getting a nice little bounce off of this 4 hour fair value gap. If we can continue from here, that would be very good. But I could still see us getting down and sweeping the midpoint of that fair value gap. I just don't want to see a 15-minute close below the midpoint of that fair value gap. Did I get rid of my original box? Let's go ahead and draw the line. So there's my midpoint at about 94.5. Then I'll go down to the 15-minute. Check that. Yep. So yeah, maybe come down, sweep these lows, and tap this 15-minute fair value gap and get a bounce off of that, and then continue higher. If we are to come down lower, our candles have turned purple and red if we're clicking on market oracle. So in the market oracle, it was showing red. There it goes. So it's red, and the market dynamics also does colored candles, and it's showing purple, which means it's bearish. So we could see some downside here. But we do have this downwards trending resistance. Let's go ahead and pull this, pull this. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I think I like this more. More of a channel. But you can see, we're bouncing around off of these levels. We'll see if we come up into this fair value gap and get a rejection and come down, sweep that low, possibly briefly fall out of here, and then start moving to the upside. That would be nice. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice? Come back down, back test the breakout of this area right here. So you can see we come down, we get a bounce off of that, come down, consolidate within it, down, come back up, reject off of it, push down, come back up to it, break out, come back down, and now we see if this level will hold. And then we can get that continuation. Beautiful. Oh my, the wicks are up late. We've got the wicks in the house. We got 2Dub, what's going on, 2Dub, and we've got Wick 589. What is going on? I hope y'all are doing well. We got 2Dub 589. We got Wick. We got Alexandra G. We got Retro Mike Tech in the house. What is going on? Descending channel, says Indie Rock Crypto. Yep, that's what that is. And descending channels are typically bullish. All right. Let's go ahead and bring up the Chart Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. And first thing that I notice, that would be a hidden bullish divergence, but I could still see us put in another bounce here. Okay, and then bounce. So come do that downwards move and then bounce. So I am either looking for this or I'm looking for a break of this high here. I want to see a break of this high, come down, and then go. One of those two. If not that, then this low needs to, then this low would probably be the downside target before a move up, and then probably more downside. Because that would just be it would just be showing weakness at that point. But we'll see once we get there. We'll see once we get there. Well, I'll be right back here in the morning with BC Pork Corp. So I threw out the couple ideas. We'll see which one plays. All right. Why don't you guys throw stuff in the chat that maybe you want to see me look over? But for now, I'll go over to the next biggest crypto in the market. That is Ethereum or Ethereum or Ethereum or Ether or ETH. By ETH, not meth. Meath. All right, so we got a little bit of a megaphone going on here, right? Looking like a little bit of a megaphone. Back in the day, when I first started trading, I would draw all the time. I would draw on my charts all the time, and people liked it. And then I was like, maybe I need to be a little more professional, especially since I'm on Piper Academy Network now. However, I think it's okay if I do this. What do you guys think? You guys think it's okay if I draw? Do some drawing? That's some weird shoulders. So I don't know what I'm drawing here. Some kind of bazooka. It's supposed to be a megaphone. Whoops. Looks cool. All right, Tau. All right, Matic. Is Matic still a thing? Are we doing poll now? Sketch it, bruvy. Are we doing poll? Isn't it POL? Cartesi? I like Cartesi. Ooh, you brought up Cartesi. Or AMP. Or AMP. It's your show, Piper's probably in bed. You're the boss now. That's true. Piper is definitely in bed. But that doesn't mean he can't be lurking. All right. Let's remove the drawings and get serious. All right. All right. All right. It's a Turkey Day, pre-Turkey Day special. Let's go to the daily chart, see what we are looking at. You can see the levels that I have marked off. Okay. All right. It's basically the moment of truth for Ethereum. It needs to hold this level. If it starts coming back into this range that I have drawn out, this high, this low, it will likely revisit the midpoint of that range at about $2,800. Could definitely see it, but I would prefer if it did not. I want the market to put me in disbelief. This wouldn't put me in disbelief. This just makes me mad. Because I'm just ready to get it over with. But there you go. You create a nice head and shoulders. Pull a target. You drag that target over here to the breakout. And that gets you down to about 26.55. That's if it plays out exactly like this. Not likely to happen, but that's just an example of a head and shoulders pattern that you could possibly see coming up on ETH. It's something that I would be watching for, which would be nothing more than an ABC to the downside, a nice ABC correction, breakout, back test of the breakout, and then continue higher. That's what I would expect from this type of move if it is to break down like this. We'll have to wait and see if that's what it does, but that's what I'd be looking for. That's scary on the ETH. I will be buying about there. Yeah. So, I'm not saying it's going to happen. In fact, there's been many times when I've seen a potential head and shoulders be a fake out and come right back into the range and then continue higher. So, But that's just something to look out for, put on your radar, just in case it does occur. Also, I like to prepare people for the worst case scenarios that I think are the worst case scenarios, but still maintain high time frame bullish. And that's basically it. Like, this is, I'm still high time frame bullish, even if we come down here. I still think we're coming up here. It's just, little pit stop. We got to refuel. The good news is I haven't been really seeing, actually, I haven't looked at ETH. I was going to say, I haven't been seeing a lot of, I've actually been seeing open interest moving to the downside. Let me bring that over here. What the? Oh. I don't know why this is taking so long to load. Hope you're feeling better. Be prepared, not scared. Hope you're feeling better, brother. Oh, look who decided to show up. Did he hear his name? Or his ear? Shout out to you, Piper. Thank you for letting me join the network, or really asking me to join the network. And it's an honor and a privilege to be here on the Piper Academy Network. And thank you for asking me to get better and all that, or hoping that I am feeling better. You know what I'm trying to say. Anywho, so actually on this move up, we actually did see a decrease in our open interest. Right here, we can see decrease in our open interest. Let's turn that white. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. So decrease in our open interest, but that's as price was moving down and then up. So you've got traders getting caught on both sides of the market. That's two reasons why you're seeing, that's one reason why you're seeing the open interest continue to push to the downside, even though we're going both down and up. But you also, moving down, you probably have some long positions from lower just closing their trades and possibly getting stopped out of their trades. You got a low here. You can see we tagged that low. You've got a low right here. You can see we tagged that low. We got a low right here. You can see we tagged that low. So that is where likely people's stop losses were, or those were just levels that people were watching and they're like, I'm going to close my trade. And then so they close their trade. You get a nice little bounce because we still have buyers in the market, but the price pushed down and closed out those longs. And then once we got to close out of the longs, price then pushed back to the upside. The market loves to play games. I can't believe Piper is still awake. Well, it is the evening of a holiday, so, and he's not doing a show tomorrow morning. BC Port Corp and I will be here live from 10 to 11 time, just 30 minutes after the typical morning market report starts. But yeah, looking forward to sharing the screen again. BC Port Corp. That's going to be a lot of fun. How do you know you're sick? You drink water. A lot of it. Piper just couldn't resist getting mad tonight. I love it. So yeah, but the interesting thing is, though, if I zoom in a good bit, let's zoom in a little more to today's price action. Remove these drawings. So we can see that our spot actually started selling about up here. Once we started getting up here, we had a little bit of a spot sell off, but our perps were starting to push a little bit, go long here. So it's a little bit of a mixed market, but I would say that this is actually, if we can see the spot kind of start to turn up, then that would be pretty bullish. I think we could see some short squeezing going on in here. If I go ahead and zoom out quite a bit, we can see our open interest is starting to push a little bit lower. Might want to see a reset back to about the floor. This is looking like our floor right here. So we could see a reset of our open interest here, which, a short squeeze would do that. We'd see a bunch of trades getting liquidated, so that's what pushes your open interest down, because that's a bunch of leveraged positions getting forced closed in the market because they're getting squeezed. So that's what I want to see. I want to see a flipping squeeze. I want to see a squeeze. All right. Let's get back to the trading view chart. So the good news is open interest has been coming to the downside. So that is good news. That is showing that we're not seeing people getting overly leveraged in the market, which typically could lead to, flush outs. But what I want to see is, as we're moving higher, maybe we start seeing some open interest start climbing. But with spot starting to climb, because that could signal that people are starting to put in shorts. And then if they start putting in shorts, or shorts you get put in, the higher the squeeze. Let's see, we have POL, POL USD, because it is no longer Matic. It is now POL. Coinbase. It's probably not going to have a whole lot of data, is it? I don't know. I don't really know about this one anymore, guys, because it used to be Matic, but I don't even know if you can look at this chart anymore. If I go to crypto, does that work? Is it still a thing? Does it still exist? That's cool. All right. So we've come down, we've swept this low, macro low. That looks nice. Got a nice little bounce. Okay, I like it. We've got the dynamic reactor sitting just above us, sitting at about the 72-cent mark. We have, nope, that's not a level. That's just that. Let's see. Bang, bang. I'd say it's more this right here. Actually, more of a box kind of guy. Here's a box. Come on now, draw it across. There we go. So basically, I want to see us get back above this level here, back above, let's say 65 cents. Get back above the 65 cents and above that dynamic reactor. Get a back test of that level. Come up into this pool of liquidity I can see right here. Nice pool of liquidity sitting right here. Get into that, get a back test, pull back, maybe come back down, back test these highs right here, and these lows right here, and then look for continuation. So I would be looking for that breakout and then a back test, and start DCAing underneath 69 cents. Once it drops below 69 cents, start to DCA for a nice spot bag. Not financial advice, but that's what I would be looking for on Matic. We do have some relatively equal highs up here, so that tells me, or that makes me think, all right, that is definitely an area that we could be pushing up to, sitting up there at about $2.55. So that is what I would want to see for Matic. We are pushing hardcore to the upside on our Oscillator Pro Plus on the Trend Fusion. The weekly is not showing any volume. I don't know if it's going to show any money flow since this is the trading view chart. Coinbase. All right, so yeah, money flow on the 3-day. Let's go back to the weekly. The 3-day is already flipped green. Let's go to the weekly. So we've got a nice bullish divergence here between our money flow and our price action. So that's looking pretty good for Matic right now. So yeah, first I want to see us get up into this liquidity up here, flip that dynamic reactor green, and then get a back test, and then from there put in a nice little spot long or leverage chart. Use Matic chart. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I did. It's the same as poll pretty much. Thanks, brother. Yeah, Piper. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would be looking for on Polygon. What else did we have up here? Cartesi. CTSI, USD. You know, it's kind of funny. I don't know how many people can. I mean, I know a lot of people can see a lot of tickers, but I've seen a lot of tickers, and it's like, I know what that one is. Oh, I know what that one is. Even completely random ones. The ones I don't know, for the most part, is memes. I don't know the memes. I mean, I know them. I know the really popular ones. But yeah, I'm not much of a gambler. Cartesi looking a lot like that Matic chart. All right. Except it has already broken and flipped green. Is that is the dynamic reactor, right? I don't have the quantum reactor on. Let's double check. I do have the quantum reactor on, but it's not popping up. Okay, cool. So that is the dynamic reactor. Um, Money flow is still a little red here on the weekly chart, so that is a little sketch. It is pointing out these lows here, double bottom, a little push off. Ah, man. It's not looking terrible. Let's see is there another chart with a little more history? HTX. Nope. Poloniex. Well, some of these, man, they're just no help. Just no help. All right, so we are above that dynamic reactor. We have flipped it green. I would want to see it get a nice little, let's see what we've done here on the lower time frames. So that's where the dynamic reactor is there on the daily. We did get a push up above the dynamic reactor on a daily, flipped it green, pushed back, got a nice buy signal here after that break, and got a pullback to the dynamic reactor and have since pushed off. And now we're at that weekly dynamic reactor trying to flip that green. But this one, okay, this one's looking a little more bullish than it did on the weekly chart. However, it is looking like we could be a little bit overbought. And that weekly chart was still looking kind of sketch. So with Cartesi, it's probably something that I would just want a DCA in for now. Probably not a trade for like a leverage trade for me, because it'll probably if I had to guess, my likelihood, my probability of this like continuing to the upside, um, right now isn't very high. I feel like it could cool off, maybe even push down a little bit. That's why I said maybe DCA into it and then continue to the upside. And that could chop around here for, several days before it continues higher. Yeah. Yeah. But it's looking good. But I mean, we are putting in some divergences here, some bearish divergences. And like I was saying, we're a little overbought. We've got some reversal signals in here, so maybe wouldn't jump on this one just yet. Let's go to the 4 hour and take a look. I mean, it's looking good. Remove drawings. Nice resistance here. Right there. Got the lows there. So we'll see if it can chop around in here. I would want to see a break above these highs and just some kind, if it's a nice strong break, then I would look for a pullback to enter on to go higher, because that is a nice little bull flag there. It's still just looking like it's gonna be. I mean, at the very least, I do think we're gonna see a cool off for Cartesi. Yeah, it's like mid-air, it's mid-air. It's not something that I would really want to play just yet. I would definitely would want to see break of these highs here, because this is showing to be some pretty strong resistance. Our oscillators are showing a little bit of weakness on the lower time frames, and if we go to the higher time frames like the daily, we are in overbought territory. We do have a daily fair value gap sitting above us. So maybe it'll come up there and tap that before it pulls back. But I still kind of expect a pullback. I still expect a pullback at some point. And that is when I would personally consider going in on a long, especially if I can just go ahead and draw out this support resistance level here, the most obvious support and resistance level, where we can see we get multiple touches on it. There we go. So see how we consolidate below it right here. Consolidate below it, and we're just getting that break now. So let's do, where's my white box? There we go. So consolidation below it. Let me change the visual order. Send to back. There we go. Consolidate below, right? And now we get the break above. And now I want to see if we get a back test. Maybe even all the way back down to that level, about 15 cents, 15 and a quarter. But that is what I would be watching for Cartesi. Now that it's broken out, we've consolidated for quite some time, got the breakout back above the dynamic reactor. This is all on the daily chart. So back above the dynamic reactor, getting a little bit overheated. So let's see if we can get a cool down. And on the cool down, that is when I would be looking for an entry. But right now, it's kind of mid-air, so it's not something that I would personally touch. When he's catching up. Yeah, I said something about that the other day, man. I said I feel like layer twos um, are showing up right now. Let's see. Let's look at one of them right now. Optimism. Yep. I mean, it's looking about the exact same, right? Bang, 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 dang, 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 dang. Oh, that's back when I had some optimism, but I already sold it. Get rid of that. Alrighty then. So this one is showing some lows here. I would be careful, mindful of these lows here. Hmm. See, we're currently getting a rejection. That's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Let's turn off my candle highlighting. All right. So we are getting a rejection off of the macro 0.382 at $2.51 for optimism. Need to get a close. Need to get this pushed up and start and close above that that 382. Otherwise, this could push down and sweep these lows. At least this low here. This low might hold, but I think we could see a sweep of this low. But if we can get a nice come down into this fair value gap right here, let's turn off our quantum reactor that is on 12 minutes for some reason. I guess I had some kind of strategy. Come down here to this fair value gap sitting right here and draw it out. Or I'll just turn on the dynamic reactor and it'll draw it out for me. There it is. 5.726 million. I'm going to guess that's buy orders. Not sure. That's just total volume. So we could see a pullback to there. Back test of the breakout. Okay. There's also a breakout at this level here. So I'd look for maybe even a move down to the midpoint of that fair value gap. We do have the 0.236 sitting here at $1.96. So maybe put in a position there at $1.96, partial position there, and then a partial at $1.80, $1.90, and then another partial at $1.82. $1.82. Put my stop at this low down here at $1.60. And then ride that baby up to the upside. Hopefully. Not financial advice. That's what I would be looking for. All the way up there. I mean, take profit, of course, at this high, maybe even at the fib level, but at least at this high, at $2.62, take another piece off at $2.97, and then take another piece off, big chunk off at $3.40, and then let the rest ride. Put it in the stop loss somewhere in profit, wherever we get a pullback or a low. Put stop loss there, and maybe even just put a trailing stop loss on and just ride it until it comes and takes out the stop loss. That's optimism. Specs running hard. Don't miss out. Spa, is that a don't miss out? Is that a shill? Are you shilling in the chat? What else do we have? You guys are pretty quiet tonight. What's going on? How many of you are even watching? How many of you are watching the show right now? Where does it show how many people are viewing? I can't even see 15 watching now. If you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, that would be amazing. I love you all for that. Any other requests? Or are we gonna wind things down? One, I'll be here chilling. I love you, Indie Rock Crypto. I love all of you. Indie Rock Crypto's funny though. Indie Rock Crypto. Do you do like spaces or anything? I'm just over here counting down the minutes until the Titans humiliate the Commanders. Man, I hope so. I hope so. Let me look. Let's take a look at Injective. Injective's had a lot of bullish news as of late. Hold on, let me pause this stream. I'm not trying to watch myself. Whoop. Nope. There we go. Injective. Let's zoom out. Got the macro POC. I was in a trade on injective. I already took profits though. Remove that. All right. Let's take our fixed range volume profile, move that over. There we go. I don't know where T.I. Joe is, but if you can, someone clip this and send it to him. This part right here that I'm about to do, let's go to the 4 hour, because he was trying to see if there was a quick way to get all the way back over here without having to click on this little calendar thingy here. So I'm going to move this over and show you. So I was trying to tell him, I said, double click the date thing. He thought I was talking about this over here, but nope, I was talking about this bar down here where it says, you know, August, and it has all the dates on it. If you double click that, it'll take you right back to the beginning. It'll also, if you scrunch this up, if you double click, it'll put it right back like that. And the same thing with the over here with the scale. If you double click that, it'll stretch it all out. Puts it in auto, which means if you move it from left to right, it is going to fit the screen with the candles, like from low to high, high to low. So yeah, injective, sitting above that value area low, looking for it to get up to that macro POC, point of control. Not entirely sure what this line is. $34.78 is where that macro POC is sitting. So, hey, we'll see. I would want to see it hold this level here. So far, we are holding it. If we break, yeah, let's see. We're getting a little bit of a consolidation. Let's see. If I pull from this high to this low, if we were to break out here, we would take out that macro POC. If we came down here to the bottom of this triangle, that would still get us above that macro POC. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is the 4 hour. Let's see what we have here. I'm gonna turn off. Excuse me. We do have a little bit of a fair value gap right here. Did it not? Chart prime didn't catch it. Why not? Do I not know what a fair value gap is? Or is this not technically a fair value gap? I think it is. It's not a particularly strong one, but it's there. It's definitely there. Sitting at about $38.32. Sweep the low. Let's go down to the 15. So what I would want to see, do we have any equal lows? We've come down, we've broken this low. It's not exactly a great sign. We do have a sell signal here. Barely above the dynamic reactor. So yeah, sitting below the zero line on the trend fusion. This is all on the 15 minutes, so I can definitely see this start to push down, get a little bit, maybe come down to sweep these lows. We do have a fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap sitting over here, sneakily just sitting there. Let's see. Let's pull this down here. This right there, right here. Little fair value gap. We also had a couple of rejections off of that level, kind of coiled up right there, right at that level. So we see that coiling up right there, and then it breaks, and then we never come back down and test that level. So we could see injective come down, check that level, and then bounce hard. Before that, though, could get that an ABC. So I would just be watching. It's long season for me. I am not looking for shorts. I am looking for pullbacks to long. You can scalp shorts all you want. I'm just gonna be riding longs. But yeah. You even make some spider lines off the highs of 2021 and see how price interacted with the line years later. Yep, definitely. I actually posted in the Piper Academy Discord, link in the description. Earlier today, I think it was in the trading group, talking about how this is what you do when you have ADHD. Let me find it. Right here. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. So what I did, this is what happens when you have ADHD, is what I said. Which I do think I technically do, but I'm not diagnosed at all. So, but yeah, I shared this in the Piper Academy Discord earlier, and basically what I did was the red lines are all self-drawn support and resistance, and then the yellow dotted lines are all the midpoint between all of these support and resistances, and you can see all of the interactions that you get off of all of those levels. I mean, it happens. It happens. No, this isn't that great? Does that look weird? I mean, look, it bounces. I need to make myself bigger. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna do something fun real quick. Let's see. All right. So you see this right here? I don't know if that's gonna work. There we go. So we've got the down move. We're pushing to the downside, but right here, you see we've got nice leveling off of our momentum. So as price is pushing down, we have this leveling off of our momentum, and it's kind of starting to push to the upside, and then that creates a bullish divergence, and then we get the snap to the upside. There we go. One of these days, I'm going to be able to do like a weatherman. Check this out. All right, guys. Let's call on the moon gods because we want to see 100K on Thanksgiving because we want everybody talking about it. You get everybody talking about it, you start getting in a lot more retail. Pump our bags. That's what we want. So what y'all think about that? Vrabel was a good one. Faux show. Ghosting. The worst looking weather girl I've ever seen. Thanks, Buck. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oh no, pointing to the chart while you are smaller, sitting in the chair. Do that again. Like this. Like this. While I'm smaller. Come on. Why is my shadow? No more green. There we go. So yeah. How high? All right. So yeah, there we go. There we go. We can see how the momentum kind of just stayed flat and then we started to push to the upside and then we got that big bounce right there. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool looking. Anyway. All right, guys. Um it was fun. I made it another episode somehow. I survived. My amp alert just went off. Mine too. I forgot that amp was in the request. Whoa, look at that. Amp is going. Thought this thing was dead. Thought this was a dead project. Let's go to the 4 hour. Amp is pushing right now. Okay. So we finally got a close above the 236 at 0.006. It's getting a nice little push right now. I'd be looking for that 0.382 sitting at about 0.008. I remember when this thing was like several cents. Or a couple cents maybe. Yeah, like 2 cents. Almost. Never got there, did it? That's 2024. Zoom out. Yeah. Oh, it would start off at like 10 cents. But yeah, getting a nice little push here, getting a push off of this point of control. Yeah, we've got yeah, I would definitely be looking at this area up here as some major resistance, possibly even this golden pocket here at about 0.01117, 9 and 3, niner. 001. Actually, no, 0.01, 1 cent, essentially. So yeah, watching amp. Amp could get a nice little big move up from here. So from here to that 50% retracement is a 42% move from current price. If we get up to that the value area high, it's a 54% move. And if we get all the way up to that golden pocket, that is a nice 70% move. Get above this high here, I mean, that's 151%. And then if we do a full fib extension based off of this high and this low, it's a nice 816% move. And that would get us up into this resistance up here, which could be the top of the market. We'll see. Play it day by day. But yeah, amp is looking pretty solid. Not a lot of history. Is there more history? Is there a chart with more history? Bitstamp, maybe? I feel like there's probably not. No, it definitely started well before that. Gemini, maybe? 2020, 2021. If we go from this high to this low. Oh. Standard. All right, so we see we did come up and we hit that 0.114 and got rejected. Okay. got a pullback down to the 886, getting a push up. We do have that level there at that golden pocket there, but instead, since we are in a retrace, we're going from low to high. I pull from high to low. So that is why I would go for that 0086, that 01, and that 012 levels right there. So be careful with this one. It's very possible that this thing could get moving and it could break this high, but this could be nothing more than an ABC retrace back up to these levels up here, and then it comes crashing down and it dies forever, which I think is going to happen with a lot of altcoins, to be quite frank. But I know nothing about amps and its fundamentals anymore, so we'll see. Just broke the high. I thought so too, and bought some this afternoon. 12% all-time high. Gemini chart has more historical PA going to about 8 cents. Thank you so much, LBC. Coinbase chart decent. Alert for Doge. Bat 2? Doge Bat? I don't know what that is. Alright, guys. That's going to be it for me. Leave a comment in the comment section down below telling me what you would like to see on this show in particular. I very much am a trader. I very much like to do charts. But if there's anything else you'd like me to get into, I'd be more than happy to. Thursday, this is the Thursday show. I'm thinking about doing Thirsty Thursday. Seeing what's trending, Trendy Thursday, you know. Trendy Tuesday has a better ring to it, but I don't know if we're going to do that. Or Throwback Thursday, where we look at some old projects, old but good projects in the market. Or we don't have a theme and we just do the same thing every night. What do you guys think? I like having the themes. I also like having some kind of structure to the show. But also just love charting and hanging out with you guys and just going off of what you guys are wanting me to look at. That's what I enjoy more than anything, to be honest. I love helping you guys to the best of my abilities. Because that's what I'm here for, personally. I'm here to share my experience in these markets to best prepare you, my experience and my knowledge, to best prepare you for anything and everything. Remember, guys, the name of the game is capital preservation. This is why I like to cut my losses early and always use a stop loss and let my winners ride. Take profits along the way, because you never went broke paying yourself, as they say. But then also trying to get as much of the gains out of it as possible. Because, I don't know, we've got a lot of, the chart tends to go up and to the right over time, no matter which chart you're looking at. Most charts, not the Dixie, but the Dixie going down and to the right just means all of our assets go up and to the right. So there you go. All right. Feel better Thursday. Thank you, RS Miller. I hope I feel better tomorrow. Themes are fun. Keep creating and it'll be great. Thank you so much, Indie Rock Crypto. I love that. Dinosaur Thursday. Retro Mike Tech. Love ya, brava. Bravya. Indie Rock Crypto. Love you too, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey Stone Cipher. Heck yeah. Otter Gang. Throwing the otters in the chat. What's going on? Otters. Otter Gang. Otter Gang. I don't even know. Anyways, guys, thank you all for joining me this evening and having a little bit of fun with me this evening. And I'll be right back here tomorrow morning, bright and early. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with BC Port Corp, bringing you the markets, the charts, the markets, the news, and everything in between. Whatever Piper says. Mm. Love the water. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate each and every single last one of you. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out and subscribing to the channel if you are new. If you enjoyed today's content, that's going to be the best way for you to continue to learn and enjoy the content is to subscribe to the channel. I don't know. My brain is kind of not all here, but you know, caffeinated crypto throwing them otters in the chat. Gotta be up 4:30 a.m. Off to sleep. See ya, RS Miller. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I love you all. Be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood. That's a Gary Parrish thing, the Memphis thing. Y'all wouldn't know. But yeah, have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Peace out.